Hello, I'm Cristina Ciro Santos. I'm a rheumatology consultant from Lyon's University Complex, and I'm also one of this year's EULAR TV reporters. I'm joined by Professor Simona Rednic, who is the current EULAR Chair of Education and also a Professor of Rheumatology from Romania. Thank you very much for doing the interview. We just had a really good session yesterday on innovation in rheumatology education. I think it was a very good and on-point session. We touched on very interesting subjects, including the addition of AI, which is very important. Could you tell us a bit about it for those who could not listen to the session?
Yes, I think it was really a nice session and we'll enjoy it a lot because we had three major subjects there. One of it was the mentor-mentee relationship because it's complicated now and things are changing, and the relation between mentor and mentees maybe it isn't like years before. The second point was how to build a rheumatologist, how to build a good rheumatologist, and which are the qualities for a good rheumatologist. And the third one, in which way the artificial intelligence will help or will improve our education, not in medicine, because in medicine it's already there, but in education it will have also an impact, and we have to be prepared for this.
Thank you. That's really good. And speaking of the relationship between the mentor and the mentee, what are some of good advices that maybe you could give our audience regarding having a nice relationship? Because it is important. I think having a mentor is, speaking as a young rheumatologist, always someone who has the ability to change or to improve your career.
Yeah. So the session was also interesting because we had the both points. So we have the mentor's perspective and also the mentee's perspective, and both of them goes together, and everyone had said very interesting things. So first of all, not every teacher or every doctor can be a mentor. So this relation is much more complicated, and we need many things for this. So we need also to have a sort of compatibility, of a sort of common goals, a sort of alignment of expectation, which is also very important. There are a lot of time challenges because the mentors are usually busy and they do not have time challenges. I'm thinking that the age gap is also a problem because the difference, the significant difference between ages can be a problem because of course we are seeing things different. So I think there are some major provocation regarding this relation in the last years and in 21st century. First of all, there is the technology advance, and maybe not all teachers or mentors are able to face it, and sometimes that can be very complicated. Of course, there is a big enhance on inclusion and diversity, which also for older people it's not so clear, and it's not so easy to do. But of course, there is not a recipe for this. But finding a mentor, I think it's a luck in your professional life, and if you are able to find it, it can be very important. A very interesting topic we touched yesterday in this problem, in the mentor-mentees relationship, was the idea of reverse mentoring, that we can learn from you, from the younger people, because there are things which you know better than us regarding the technology or other things, and this is also a very important thing, and people which are learning from the younger, I think can be better mentors.
That is, I think that's a great point. I think you're absolutely right. It's a luck You are very lucky if you find someone who is a mentor, who meshes with you, which can adapt to you and you can then adapt to them. It's a symbiosis in a way, right?
Yeah.
You can make each other better. You can learn, but also you also can teach. So that's a really good point.
But you need a sort of compatibility, which is not possible for everyone.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And do you think that AI will change, or can perhaps change is not the operative word, but influence in a way the landscape of medical education in rheumatology?
For sure. So AI is here to stay. It influences us in many ways, and it will influence us also in the education background, because it will be everywhere. It's not very clear in how many domains and how much, but it's clear that it will be a significant impact. Yes. And it will be in many of our education domains, beginning with the simple one with scheduling things and administrative things which can arrange better. But it's also, it can be in relation with personalized learning. So because people which are learning very different. So AI and questions and answer used by artificial intelligence can tell to the students if there are low levels of knowledge in this domain, you have to go more on this one. This is okay. So it can be very, very, very interesting. Of course, virtual patients discussion, it can be used in many, many, many of our domains of education.
Yes.
It's only the beginning, and I think it will be an enormous impact.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it has come to stay.
Yes.
But it's just a question of being open enough to say that it could help us. It will not replace us. I think it could be, for sure.
Hope so.
Well, we hope so.
Hope so.
We hope so. We hope
Yeah.
it doesn't turn on us. But I think it can be useful to our everyday life and our clinical practice and in research, we hope.
So it will not replace me, but maybe it will replace you.
Yeah. Maybe in a couple of years we have to be worried about that. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Thank you so much, Professor Rednic, for agreeing to do the interview. I think this was a very lovely discussion, and I think we should continue to innovate in rheumatology education. And thank you all for watching.